Hi everyone, this is Bianca from the Purdue Actuarial Club. Here we have Luke, and he is going to be interviewed for our student corner. Luke, would you like to introduce yourself and just tell a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Luke Nitschke. I'm a junior here at Purdue, obviously in actuarial science. Um, here on campus, I'm involved in, besides Actuarial Club, the Purdue Varsity Glee Club, which is a singing group here on campus. Basically, it's like 70 or 80 guys, and we sing like all different kinds of music. It's a lot of fun. I'm also involved in boxing club. Um, that's one of my interests is like working out and going to the co-rec and everything. So yeah, I guess that's a little intro, a little bit about me.
Thank you. I guess we can talk about what you just talked about. How did you get into the Glee Club here at Purdue?
So I met someone. So I just joined it this year. I met one of my friends, Eli. I met him last year, my sophomore year, and he's in Glee Club. And he knew that I sang. I was in like theater and choir in high school, and he basically was like, "Oh, you should try out for Glee Club. It's a lot of fun. Like, it's a great community of guys, and yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun if you tried to audition." And so I did, and yeah, that's how I heard about it.
That's interesting. Is there like shows, like cool like shows and stuff that you guys do?
Yeah, so with COVID last semester, we didn't have a ton of shows. We had like two, I think. But this semester we've had a lot. We've traveled like every other weekend to surrounding areas in Indiana. Like we go to like high schools to perform to kind of like try to recruit people that are coming to Purdue. And also like a lot of people that are in Glee Club are from Indiana, so their families can go. And then also for spring break, we went to Florida and New York City, which is
Oh, wow.
crazy that it was like two different locations. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. So we got a lot of opportunities to travel and sing for people.
That's cool. Another question is, what is your favorite class at Purdue that's in actual science based, and then one that's non-actual science based?
Okay, so like that I've taken so far.
Yeah.
I'd say within actuarial science, I really like 479 that I'm taking with Jeff right now. It's the first class I've had with Jeff so far. And he like, I don't know, I think it's just like the way he interacts with us. Like he always keeps us engaged because he'll just like call on you randomly for an answer. And you don't want to you don't want to be the person that doesn't know the answer. I mean, or you don't care. I care. But like, yeah, I think he's really good at keeping students like engaged. And I also find the material pretty interesting. It's short-term models. I think it's cool. It's like an extension of PE, and I thought the probability material was cool. And then outside of actuarial science, I'm also currently taking probably my favorite class, which is sign language. And I got into that because my mom studied it in college, but she never got fluent at it. And so she taught me a little bit of sign, the stuff that she knows. And I kind of just wanted to extend my knowledge to not only like, it's a cool language to learn because it's like a really cool, like learning about deaf culture and all of that, but it's also like developing a deeper relationship with my mom. And yeah, so I think those are my two favorites.
Dang, I would honestly want to get into sign language. I had a roommate last year who was deaf, but she had hearing aids. So,
Okay.
but yeah, she knew some sign language, but she wasn't fluent either.
Do you have your language credits fulfilled? Like you have to do
Yeah, I already took my Chinese languages. Yeah.
Okay. You can take for fun probably. I don't know if like it's probably gonna be hard to get into because it's like a high demand class. I think I only got it because of like the priority of like senior, junior, whatever. But like if you already have a language credit, I don't know. You can try.
Yeah. All right. I guess we have one more question before we conclude this interview. What are you like? What industry do you think you're going to go to, post graduation, or maybe like an internship that you've done and you really like?
So this summer I'm interning with New York Life, which is obviously life insurance. I picked them because I I had a few offers, and I went with them because I I think being in New York is really cool, and also they're like a bigger mutual life company, and the idea of they just seem like they care a lot about their policyholders, which I think every company does to some extent, but the vibe I was getting from them when I interviewed with them and I was looking into them was like that this is a company that I want to work for because they care about the people that they serve. So um, I don't know if I'm gonna like working in life insurance. I guess that's what the summer is all about, learning. But yeah, I'm pretty open to exploring like health and even property and casualty. I'm taking STAM this summer, so I'm already going down like the life and health track. But I mean, I don't know. There's a lot can happen in a few years, so I don't really know where I'll end up. But yeah.
Okay. And then our last final question is, what tips do you have for underclassmen, I guess, in actuarial science?
I think tip I would give, obviously people are going to think about like studying for the exams. I would say for that, like you definitely want to find your own study strategy, like something that works for someone doesn't necessarily work for you. I think the way to determine like what your study strategy is to just try different things. Some people like using flashcards to memorize formulas. Some people like to understand how a formula works from like fundamental principles. That's the way I like to do it. But some people like also just memorizing, which is great too, because I don't think like if you just memorize something, I think you still have a good understanding of it, but it's just like how you like to learn information. And then yeah, also for like interviews, I think a super important thing for interviews is to remember that you have to like when you're interviewing with somebody, when someone's interviewing you, they're looking at you thinking like, would I want to work with this person? It's not all about like your hardcore qualifications, because most of the people here have really good grades and are passing exams and stuff like that. So I think it's important to remember like how you communicate and how you are interacting with the person you're talking to is really important and probably underrated in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you for giving that advice, and thank you for taking your time and talking to the Purdue Actuarial Club.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.